student. Today I am going to discuss about the three instrument: galvanometer, ammeter and voltmeter. The construction and principle of galvanometer already discussed in last lecture. The galvanometer is an instrument which consists of rectangular type of many numbers of coils inside it, and it detects only current. It does not measure current, it detects only current. Okay, and ammeter is an instrument by which we can measure the current, and voltmeter is the instrument by which we can measure the potential difference in a given circuit. Okay, so first I am discussing about galvanometer. Symbolically, galvanometer is denoted by G letter like this. Okay, this is the two ends of the galvanometer. Whenever we want to detect the current in a circuit, we have to connect these two ends at the in the circuit. Okay, so here we have denoted RG. RG means resistance of the galvanometer is capital G letter. It means capital G also indicates the resistance of the galvanometer. Okay, now before moving towards ammeters and voltmeters, first we have to know little bit about galvanometer. Now I already told you that galvanometer is a current detecting instrument. Okay, now inside galvanometer, when you see physically, it is there are two one is like this type of instrument. It is two inch box, and one is this needle is present there. Okay, now in general, when it does not connect any circuit, the position of the needle is at 0 position. These are the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Here also 10, 20, 30, both left hand side, right hand side and left hand side. Okay, now when current passing through the galvanometer, the needle will deflect either right hand side or left hand side. It depends on the direction of the current, depending on the direction of the current. Now if current is passing through the galvanometer like say 10 millimeter, then needle will deflect it and it reach to the 10, this position 10. It means 10 millimeter current is flowing through this circuit. Okay, now what is full scale deflection? Every galvanometer detect current maximum like here we have considered the full scale 50 is the full scale deflection. Okay, now when the needle reach at the 50, it means here 50 range is milliampere. Okay, unit is milliampere. It means it can detect the current in a circuit up to 50 milliampere range. Okay, but you know that 50 milliampere is very small, or it can be microampere range. So microampere, milliampere is the very small range. Practically we have to detect the current, or you can say measure the current in ampere range basically. So in that condition we have to use the ammeter, okay, to measure the current in the circuit. So now in ammeter, basically it consists of one galvanometer and one very small resistance which is connected parallel to the galvanometer. It is shown in this figure like this. This is the galvanometer. Okay, now one resistance is connected parallelly to the two end of the galvanometer. That resistance is called shunt resistance. It is denoted by S. The value of shunt resistance is very small compared to the galvanometer resistance. Practically the galvanometer resistance generally in the if it is 100 ohm, then shunt resistance 0.0001 or you can say 8 ohm like this. comparison to shunt resistance, galvanometer resistance is very high. Okay, so we know when current is flowing through this the combination of this shunt resistance and galvanometer resistance, the maximum current will follow through shunt resistance. Okay, and minimum current will flow through galvanometer. Okay, so in this way, galvanometer, we can protect the galvanometer so that maximum current does not flow through the galvanometer. Okay, so this combination it is shown in the dotted box. So galvanometer and a parallel resistance S, this combination is act as an ammeter. Okay, this is the two ends of the ammeter. Okay, now how to find the ammeter resistance or shunt resistance? Now see here, this is the two ends. Okay, now potential difference between these two ends will be same because S is connected parallel to the galvanometer resistance capital G. Okay, now here if total current I passing through this ammeter, if it is denoted by capital I, then Ig is the current which is flowing through the galvanometer. Okay, and remaining current I minus Ig is flowing through the shunt resistance. Okay, now as the potential connected parallel to each other, so potential difference at the two ends will be same. So potential at these two ends, we can write I minus Ig equal to S. Okay, current into resistance and equal to Ig into G. Okay, now from this equation we can find S equal to Ig by I minus Ig into G. Here G is the resistance of the galvanometer and S is the shunt resistance. Okay, by using this formula we can find the shunt resistance, and you remember the value of the shunt resistance always very smaller than the value of the galvanometer resistance. Okay, now next is voltmeter. Now voltmeter is the instrument. By using it we can measure the potential difference of circuit. Okay, now before going to voltmeter, I just mention one thing, that ammeter is always connect in a circuit in series way. Okay, clear? So that maximum current can pass through this shunt resistance. Okay, so it does not affect the total current passing through the circuit. Okay, and voltmeter always current in a circuit in parallel way. Okay, now voltmeter. A voltmeter is an instrument. It is also consists of one galvanometer and a very high resistance which is connected series with the galvanometer like this. It is shown in this figure. Here R is the very high resistance and G means galvanometer, and here G also indicates the resistance of the galvanometer. Now value of R you can say 10 to the power 3 ohm just for example, and value of G like 100 ohm. So this resistance is very high to the comparison to the resistance of the galvanometer. Okay, so we have to connect a very high resistance with series with the galvanometer, and it is shown in this figure. This dotted box, within this dotted box one resistance capital R and one which is connected to series with the galvanometer resistance, whose value is indicated here Rg. Okay, so this dotted box acts like a voltmeter. Okay, now if current is passing through, let I current is passing through this voltmeter, then current passing through the galvanometer and as well as this resistance which is connected series is same. It means if the current passing through this galvanometer is denoted by Ig, then I equal to Ig. Okay, which is also passing through this resistance capital I, high resistance capital I. Now if the potential difference between these two ends is denoted by V letter, then V equal to Ig within first bracket R plus G, just using Ohm's law. So R plus G equal to V by Ig, so R equal to V by Ig minus G. By using this formula we can find the resistance, series resistance connected to the galvanometer, okay, in a voltmeter. Okay, so in this way, by using this formula, we can find the shunt resistance of ammeter, and by using this formula, we can find the resistance, series resistance of a galvanometer. Okay, now ideally, in ideal case, ammeter resistance of shunt, value of the shunt resistance in ammeter, in ideal case, it is very close to zero. Ideally, you can say it is zero basically in ideal case. And in case of voltmeter, ideally this series resistance which is connected to galvanometer, and here it is indicated by letter R, this is infinite. Okay, this value is infinite in comparison to the resistance of the galvanometer. This is ideal case, but in practically, you can say I am giving, I have already gave this example, Rg equal to like 100 ohm and shunt resistance is 0.008 ohm. And in case of voltmeter, if the galvanometer resistance is 100 ohm, then the resistance of the series which we have to connect to convert this galvanometer into voltmeter is like 10 to the power 3 or 10 to the power 4, like this, very high. Okay, so you just go through this, and I give some numerical problems so that you will concept will be clear. Okay, thank you.